Looking to get into sports betting? Well, look no further than HedgeBetter. Traditional sports is rigged anyway. Here at HedgeBetter, we're working hard to create and develop the platform that revolutionizes the future of how we as a nation view sports betting. Traditional sports betting is designed to favor books and lose you money. HedgeBetter puts the odds in your hands, cuts out the middleman, and aims to empower a future generation of sports bettors. At HedgeBetter, your bet is an asset, and we give you all the tools to maximize your profits and potential. We can't wait to come to your state soon and help you make the most of your sports betting experience. In the meantime, be sure to visit our website at www.hedgebetter.com to learn more and sign up for our mailing list. To stay up to date with all of our content, podcasts, including Steele Nazz, promotion, and events, follow us on Instagram at HedgeBetter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on the link on our website to check out our blog. Everyone, even on Monday, let's have a day. Back here for episode 72. We've kind of had a little bit of a hiatus. We recorded on the big Kevin Garnett tribute day. I think that was about 10 days ago, so it's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Steele Nazz, brought to you by HedgeBetter from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. What's up, boys? How we doing?
Fantastic. Glad to be back.
Very good.
Way too long of a break.
Trying to get back to neutral today, or is level fine?
We're always trying to get back to neutral.
There we go.
Especially after last fucking week.
Tough weekend.
Tonight, I'm not going to bury the lead. We're just going to get right into it afterwards, after I do this here. But the Celtics, best team in the NBA since, the start of January. We'll have our thoughts. I think they can make a deep playoff run. Bruins made some deals at the deadline. Steele wrote in here, Trevor Story's a bitch. So the Red Sox signed Trevor Story. Going to play second base. So that's a big come up. The Yankees lose and the Red Sox win there.
Maybe.
That's good. Afterwards, we have a big, I guess I'd say, local guest. Good to see Jimmy Askins. He might make his way in here. We're recording before. Hopefully, he's supposed to come in within the next half hour.
Gotta believe.
So we'll believe.
It'll be a treat if Jimmy comes in here.
Yeah. We'll recap the NFL free agency with him. We might touch March Madness before or after. I don't know. We'll see. And, I think most of us saw the Batman movie. That'll be a good review type of shit. And the rest of the stuff we kind of saw from over the weekend. Saw some great weather. Finally got out there. I did some things. We'll get into that as well. Right, guys?
Sounds good, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Nice weather.
Yeah, got sunny out now.
Couple murders under your belt.
A couple two-tree.
Yeah. Saw the Batman, went nuts.
So we'll dive right into this as the 46-28 Boston Celtics. I didn't have much belief when they were 23 and 24, about 52-3 games in. And, I was a little bit skeptical, but since then, I think they're 24-3. They traded Dennis Schroeder away. They traded Josh Richardson, which everyone thought that was going to be a downfall. I think everyone was good with the Schroeder decision. But the fact that they've been able to come together and Ime Udoka looked like he was not in there, at least the first half of the season, is no doubt Coach of the Year candidate.
Unanimous. Should unanimously win that.
Yeah. This team seems like they can't be stopped. And, it's all good news when you're playing well and everything's going right. But what's going to happen when this team eventually, finds a bottom turn? Steele, what's kind of your first take on what you see of this Celtics team?
I see absolute greatness in what they're doing. The defense, it's by far the best in the league. I think over the last 2 months, they have a plus 400 point differential. They're massacring everybody. I think it was 2 games ago, they played Jokic, held him. Grant Williams became the Batman because he was just shutting the Joker down.
Blew him off the court.
Yeah.
Blew him off the court.
And that's one of the hardest to guard big men in the history of the game. He does everything and incredible.
They just have the recipe to me. You have a bunch of role players who are sitting there and doing their job. I've never been more pleased with Marcus Smart. He took
the leader.
He took 3 shots last night. Took 3. He's accepted the role as facilitator. He's going to be the best defensive player on the court. Not too far behind him is Robert Williams, playing exceptionally well, top 10 center in the NBA right now, no question. But that is the lead for me. Yeah, Jason Tatum, superstar level. Jaylen Brown, one of the best two-way players in all of basketball. But when you take a look at this team, and it's people accepting their roles, and it's a guy, Derek White, who has a similar role to Marcus Smart, Al Horford, not the Al Horford that we used to know, but, comes in, plays really hard on both ends of the floor. And then Robert Williams is a bet out of hell. You can throw that shit uphill. It's going down either way.
Player of the year. Defensive player of the year.
Yeah, Grant Williams has been quite a surprise. Peyton Pritchard, Daniel Tice, all these guys who have come in and have played exceptionally well. I think Daniel Tice has been a good back end, 8 or 9 guy. I think you got to roll 8, 9 deep here. You can talk about, what happens if they get an injury or two, but that's for every team. I hate that.
And one thing, too, especially with Pritchard, is he's starting to play great defense, too, even as, the little guy, because he was always, right out of the gate, his, first couple games with us, he was just, off the bench, could throw up some points and be a spark there, but he's playing defense as hard as anybody, too, and it's incredible.
Oh, yeah, and Jason Tatum, I looked at the top 8 odds today to win MVP, and he wasn't in there. I still can't believe that.
That's crazy.
He's not even in the top 8.
He should be top 5.
He should be top 5. I don't think he should win. I think Joel Embiid should run away with it.
I'm fine if it's 5th. Yeah. But he should be 5th.
He should be 5th.
I think
he's finally stepped up. He finally, like you said, everyone's getting their roles. That's really all they needed. I'm glad they didn't blow it up. I'm glad I hopped on the bandwagon and saved them. I don't know.
Glad I never faltered.
I made a decision back in the All-Star break, and it's only looked good for me.
One of my favorite things I saw was last 16 games against teams in the playoffs. They are 15-1,
and they lost. That was the we were here. That was the KG
Mavericks.
Yeah, that was the Mavericks game, and which I profited on, which was great. So
no, that's a win. That's big. I mean,
Tom Brady came back, so that day doesn't even count.
Yeah, doesn't count.
They were flustered. They had their minds on. KG was in there. You really can't lose that game on KG tribute night, though. But either way,
they got the.
My only worry is that I am worried that they're gonna. I just have a bad feeling about the playoffs.
Don't say peak too soon.
I am gonna say it. I have a bad feeling.
You have a bad feeling.
I think that bodes great for them.
They're getting our hopes up too much. They're too good right now. I don't know if they got the Nets.
I think
they got the Nets. Maybe.
I think
they need to make sure that they get the first round matchup best. I think they should lose to make sure that they finesse that.
Even if they win, they could finesse it. So you really don't know until the last 5 games.
Finesse the easy. Really I know.
Yeah.
But everything is pretty tight where I think it could be known, where you're going to land and how you could even match up in the second round, maybe.
My number one important thing for this team is outside of that Nets game, which was a phenomenal game, like Jason Tatum,
that was a playoff game.
Kevin Durant going back and forth. That's the one game you saw. You're like, wow, hitting shots down the stretch, getting the job done, because they're blowing the brakes off a lot of teams, and that's good. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all, but it'd be better if they played some more, competitive games where it's not just Jason Tatum, winning the game at the end. It's a Derek White or a Peyton Pritchard not hitting that shot when they're up by 30 points, hitting that shot to make them go up 3 points and grab the lead with 30 seconds to go. I think that's really important stuff. But to your point of Magic of finding the right seed. So as of today, they're sitting tied for second place with the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers, a game and a half of the number 1 seed. So I think the most important thing, again, to your point, Magic, you make some terrific points tonight, is to avoid the Brooklyn Nets at all costs. I think the only team I'm truly would be I don't think we're going to win that. I think they can go 7 games with any of these teams in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. They have a chance against all of them.
But Milwaukee and Brooklyn are the ones that scare me the most. Anyone that says that, bring me Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. I don't think you want that.
No.
I'm fine with that in later rounds, not
exactly,
first round.
Exactly, agreed.
And Giannis is if he wants as great as they're playing, if he wants to go 50-12, it's
But think about a 7-game series with the Brooklyn Nets. The 1 and 2 players in that whole series, Kevin Durant. And then it's a coin flip between Jason Tatum and Kyrie Irving. Whatever you would want to do there.
Grow up.
I don't like those chances. I do not like that chances.
Grow up. Jason Tatum's a 2. Grow up.
I'm probably the leader of the Kyrie Irving hate club, but I'm
not anymore.
I'm still questioning.
Not anymore. Yeah. Everyone, you just got voted the fuck out of it.
Gave him that recognition.
I didn't give. I'm just saying it's close, and if that's close, and then your next one is Jaylen Brown down there, it's really that's a tough one to go up against. So for me, Brooklyn Nets, 9 games back, so they're 2.5 behind the 7 seed. They're looking like they're going to play in the first or maybe second play-in. So I think you want to avoid one or two. You want to get I think you want to get the number 3 seed, but that number 1 seed still looks kind of tasty. It looks pretty damn tasty.
If you could get the 1, I'd say get the 1.
And that's just because of mental.
But 3 looks good.
Like if you're the 1 seed, like that's like
home court throughout.
Yeah, like that's
home court throughout.
huge.
And you're the balls of the league.
Yeah.
If they get that 1 seed, they
already
truly are the hottest fucking team.
I know Anton hasn't been here in like a year, but like.
Might be 2.
Home court advantage throughout the playoffs. Those fans at a rockin' TD Garden. Give me that.
Why you meant? Oh yeah.
Give me that because the fans, baby. That's what it's all about.
No, and the Celtics fans, they're big. They're major.
The playoff Garden's intense.
They match up well though. The Heat. You saw the Heat last night. Jimmy Butler almost fought Coach Eric Spoelstra there. That was scary.
I love Jimmy.
And then
Jay Butts.
Spoelstra was ready to give him the mitts.
No, the other guy who's still on the team for some.
Yeah, Spoelstra rolled him up and was like fucking ready to go.
Udonis Haslem was ready to just like Udonis Haslem would beat up Jimmy Butler.
100%.
I think 100%.
100%.
Have you I looked in last night of like why Udonis Haslem's still like on the team. He hasn't played he probably has played like 1 game a year the past like 5 years. And I'm asking, and I'm like, what? Is he more of a coach? It's like, no, that he has so much respect of that organization that they just keep signing him the veteran minimums that they're like, yeah, if you want to keep playing, so this guy can play.
I bet he walks in the GM's room and says, pay me.
What a fucking winner.
Well, the veteran minimum is $2.6 million a year. That's a hell of a paycheck for a year. I would
sit there?
That. Yeah.
To sit there?
To sit there. And fight people, almost fight people.
That's putting bullpen catcher to shame.
They said last year the only game he appeared in, he got ejected in the first 5 seconds. Just everything you want.
That's amazing.
That's everything you want.
2.6 mil in the bank.
But I bring up the Heat.
He brings up that grittiness.
Because you have all these teams, in the Celtics contention, whether you're talking about first, I don't really want to talk about more than getting past the first round because that's
naturally
that's what you have to do. But all these teams, I think the Sixers, the Celtics can take out. Milwaukee, that's a tough series for me. Milwaukee, I think, is the best team in the East. I think the Celtics are right behind them.
I'm gearing up. I'm gearing up for a championship run.
Later rounds. I'm
gearing up. I know I said they're peaking too early, maybe, but I fully am willing to say that I think we could go to the ship.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I don't know if they'll win the ship.
And I'm not. It's not a hot. It's not a hot take anymore. It is not a hot take.
They're too hot. They're too hot. And they got too many. Tatum's too good.
You know it too because the Celtics have always, since they've been like the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they've always been one of the teams that like the pundits on like ESPN and stuff like shut down. Like kind of they're like, oh dude, like they don't stand a chance, like whatever. But even the like Stephen A's of the world and shit are like. They're fucking amazing. Like they're like that's the best team in the NBA.
But it's another thing to do it, and that's why I just want the playoffs to start because it's another thing to do in the regular season. It's a whole other thing to do in the playoffs. And don't get me wrong, they've been to Eastern Conference titles there, but it hasn't really been like they're here now. They're here now. A couple years.
They were there. Tatum and Brown.
Tatum's rookie.
Would they play?
Tatum's rookie. Yeah, they played LeBron. They lost in 7.
Oh, all right.
Because Terry Rozier went 1 for 16 in that game. I was at it. I was awful.
That's a tough match. Yeah, I could see that being like us against the Bucks in the finals too. Or the conference.
But
finals.
they have more because I love Isaiah, but Isaiah was their top guy. I think that year they have superstars on their team now. I mean, Jason Tatum's just ridiculous. I'm retracting that comment too. Fuck Kyrie here.
Yeah, that was nuts. I can't believe you did that already. Dude. That was crazy.
It's a weird move.
But,
that was nuts.
But just
from a guy who literally said he'd never speak his name again on here.
Well, I mean, that's just. It's going to happen. But I'm looking at the teams here who they could possibly play in the first round other than Brooklyn. And you look at a team like Chicago. Chicago's a team who's in first place for half of the season. They've gone down. Cleveland's another team easily beatable. Even Toronto at 7 there. If they somehow maneuver there, Toronto's an easy win. So for me, the Bucks and the Nets, avoiding the first round, you will play them. You will play at least one of them. But if you can somehow get Brooklyn against the Heat or Brooklyn against the Sixers or even the Brooklyn against the Bucks, you're eliminating a really good team in the first round. And you don't want to get in that matchup in the first round where you're one of those teams that's really good that gets sent home too early because you got a bad matchup.
If it's Bucks Nets, that's ideal.
Oh, you want someone to get smoked in the first round, whether it's,
Give me the Nets winning that series.
Yeah, Brooklyn has no coaching, no defense. Kevin Durant.
I hope they win. I don't know if they would win, but
yeah,
I hope they win.
Yeah, they got they're coming back after last year losing to Milwaukee.
A playoff Boston Garden booing Kyrie would be a spectacle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be an absolute.
I'd be all in.
That'd be an absolute.
He still thinks that like we're like missing him too. It's like no, you're so much of a loser that like we're
He
just
won't be
coming at
saying
you now.
that after.
No, that was wicked funny.
series.
Like,
No.
yeah, they like no one in this greater Boston area
No, you're
wants
not.
you within
Yeah,
it.
you're that ex-girlfriend that I shove you under the casket.
Bang!
On the other side, Western Conference. So Phoenix has been the best team in the league all year, but Phoenix has had a dynamite first half of the season. I think they only lost like 5 or 6 games. So I think Phoenix won the first half of the season. The Celtics have definitely won the second half. So the two best teams could clash. And even Memphis was another team that they're 50-23 right now, but they're like 16-3 or something without John Morant. Like how crazy? Who the hell is on the Grizzlies besides them?
They do just like grind it out every night and just get it done. Gotta respect it.
It's
that team's
insane.
awesome.
What I see to the Jazz right now?
Jazz are number 4. They have a very similar record to us.
Just good win for us last night. Then.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, that was definitely a good win. I'm Donovan Mitchell. He's always a hell of a
Very
player. That's definitely being a good team. I'm going to the Garden for the first time. Well, first time in a Celtics game since a long time ago. Actually, maybe since the Game 7. I don't think I've been to a Celtics game since then.
When do we got?
Minnesota.
All right.
Playing Soda Sunday.
They're hot.
ready.
They're hot right now, right?
Yeah, they've won 7 of the last 10. That's a good team. Karl Anthony Towns.
He's on
Anthony
fire.
Edwards.
He's on fire.
It's a good team. Currently in the playoff position in the Western Conference.
I like that game for you.
Yeah.
Make sure you get some popcorn
Oh yeah.
at the concessions.
We're going to the North End before. I'm still on the
yeah.
keto. I'm gonna have to
yeah.
bury myself in something.
Jesus.
Who's going?
We'll leave that to after the
team,
show.
yeah.
The team's going. I'm trying to get Big Paul there. I don't know if he's gonna go. Let's get
Forbes?
yeah.
All right.
We'll see. I don't think he'll be in. Yeah. So good Celtics talk there. I think that was the most we finally have given them like their rightful praise. I think each time we talk about them, it's been progressively getting better. But like, when is it gonna turn? And I'm waiting, and I don't want to be that negative motherfucker. But like, fuck, man.
Don't be.
I think we're good.
Believe.
I think we're good. I think we can ride into this. I mean, we were talking about blowing this team up for like the first, like literally the first.
I think everyone was.
We hated them all.
Ime Udoka, get them out.
We look like assholes now. We look like Felger and Maz.
And it's awesome.
But you know what? Yeah.
We're here. Let's go.
No one liked them.
You think
Everyone
about-
hated them.
You think about things really turned when they like just made those tiny moves at the deadline. More in particular, Derek White. I think they've only lost 1 game since.
Yeah,
he's been on
Derek
the-
White and Daniel Tice.
Yeah.
And somehow they became the greatest
Well,
fucking team in the
they
league.
just needed to figure shit out.
And then they're just like, I think Eddie House came the other day, last week, when the KG thing happened. He went on the live thing. It's like, yeah, because they got rid of that motherfucking Dennis Schroeder. That's why they got better. That guy's an asshole. I was like, wow,
fired.
really shots
Eddie House
fired.
was always a great character.
Oh
on the
my
team.
He
God.
was, yeah, he's great.
One of the greatest shooters I've ever
They
seen.
got him on. They got him on like the post game show now. I think.
Yeah, which
like
is
he's like on the.
He
thing.
might have made a cut like just because of that statement. But I guess get this guy on. They like him.
Him and Perk were going at it the other night. Perk was like, "Yeah, McDonald's All American." He was like, "Hey man, shut the fuck up."
I do love that. I love Perk and Scal. I hadn't watched the game recently, but I did catch one.
I'm not
I was
big-
like, "Who the hell is this guy with Scal here?" And they were like, "It's Perk."
I'm not big on scale, but Perk's one of the most electrifying NBA analysts in the whole league. There's a reason why he's on ESPN. There's a reason why he's on a big show.
He's good.
Yeah, and he'll just like suck the Celtics too. It's fine.
That's what we want.
No, it's fine. And in particular, it's very hot right now. He should.
Yeah.
But I was even watching earlier today, and they just had like a round of people of ranking the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And yeah, everyone's giving Celtics the praise as they rightfully should. But KP was going all in. I love how you can call him KP too. I'm a big Kenny Powers guy. It's like goes apples with
Love
oranges.
it. Love it.
Oh, it's great. Moving on, Major League Baseball in full swing. Spring training here. Rich Hill throwing 85-mile-an-hour fastballs. Love it. But the signing of now second baseman Trevor Story for the Boston Red Sox, obviously great stuff. Will Middlebrooks had to go up to him, tell him how much of a shithole New York was. You know, he literally said the place smells like garbage, so he came to the Red Sox.
He's not wrong.
That was
yeah,
literally
it does. I mean, like it does. Like I'm a
So-
Yankees fan, not a New York guy.
It's good to see, but on the contrary, you're like, all right, so what are they going to do with Xander Bogaerts and Rafael Devers in particular, and more importantly, Xander Bogaerts, because you get a shortstop coming in from a low market team out west, and you tell them, you probably play second base for a year, and we'll see what happens. And you have a guy, Marcelo Meyer, who won't be on the team for 3 years. I'm going everywhere right now, but my point is that Xander Bogaerts, future with the Boston Red Sox is up in the air, and that's sad to see because he's one of the best shortstops in the game. And if you don't sign him, you're just a straight up idiot.
You get if you guys signing Trevor Story is like what makes Xander Bogaerts not a Red Sox anymore, I love this deal. I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys brought in a Coors Field fucking legend to just get rid of the biggest shortstop that's killed me for the past 4 years.
I can't wait till because I think Trevor Story is going to be good, but he's going to hit who are we kidding? He's going to hit 235 and hit 25 jacks. He's not going to be this high average guy. No, he's never been that high average guy.
He's a Coors Field guy.
You
don't know what he's going to do. You don't know what
he's going to play ping pong with that Green Monster, but he'll have fun doing it. He'll hit some blooper home runs at Yankee Stadium in right field. It'll be good stuff. 25, 30. Maybe 30.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And see, the only big move we've got made so far?
The biggest move, back to my point of Alex Cora came out today, and I'm just up in arms with it. They said when there's a lefty on the mound, J.D. Martinez is going to play left field. And that's leading. Why? Because JBJ can't hit lefties, which goes back to the point. Why would you ever trade Hunter Renfroe, 30 home run hitter, for this piece of shit guy who you already had in Jackie Bradley Jr.?
Also love that.
Yeah, and it's by the way, you're not playing with lefties. Lefties are pitching. We're going to play our 35-year-old slugger. J.D. Martinez can still slug, but can't move at all in the outfield. And you're telling me that was a good move for the trade. What they didn't get anything else back.
I mean, that's the equivalent of why the Yankees got rid of Luke Voigt. He can't play first. He's he can't do it, and it's he can't play outfield.
Who can't
it's
play?
Not physical. JD.
Oh yeah.
He can't do it.
Yes.
It's
but
DH or bust.
But that's not my point of the whole thing. My point of the whole thing is you had a borderline Gold Glover in right field, 30 home run hitter in Hunter Renfroe, and then all of a sudden it was a good idea when Jackie Bradley Jr.'s contract costs more money than his does. So when you made the swap, you get JBJ back, and just an awful move in terms of I'm just going to keep going back on this trade and how bad it was. I don't understand the good part about it at all because we already have defensive outfielders, good defensive outfielders. Now you already have a great defensive outfielder in JBJ. Don't get me wrong, but you have to take him out because his bat's so bad.
Worst hitter in the league.
Bat's so bad that you put your DH in left field. That's crazy. That's what's a good softball comparison there? Irish pub. What's a good one there?
Playing me.
Yeah. Medeiros and left.
We've tried that before.
Having to put me. Oh my god. I've never returned to the outfield again after my day. I bet JD's going to look as bad as I did.
I would hope so.
I'm missing gimme fly balls.
He's got a hammer of an arm.
When's the last time he was played outfield?
He probably mixed in a couple last year.
I expect a lot of errors from him.
I remember in particular, there was a play off the Green Monster because if he plays right field, that is the dumbest thing I ever heard. That's the toughest right field to guard in baseball.
You need someone that can run.
Yeah, left field's still a bit of a learning curve just because of the Green Monster, but at least if it hits the monster, it's right there. I remember last season
it also eats you up though.
Yeah, no, it could definitely eat you up. He got a one bouncer off the wall, barehanded it, threw the guy out of the dish. Guy's got a cannon but can't move to save a blindfold.
Who's our right fielder right now?
Right fielder is probably going to be Jackie Bradley Jr.
Center?
Kiki Hernandez.
Okay.
Left field, Alex Verdugo. So the whole thing is when a lefty is pitching, J.D. Martinez in left. Verdugo in right, and then
Mackey in center.
Yeah, Hernandez in center.
Yeah.
So and then I touching upon the rest of the positions of the team, I think Bobby Delbeck, I predicted 30 home runs last year. I think he was about at 25. I think he's going to be really pushed this year by Tristan Casas, who will eventually get the September call-up. But it's Dahlbeck's position to lose. I think it was a good – I would take Freddie Freeman any day of the week, don't get me wrong, but not getting him is not the end of the world at all. Christian Vasquez is one of the best catchers in the league defensively. Then you have the whole left side of the infield there, who should be getting contracts right now, and Rafael Devers and Xander Bogaerts. And Anything else to add before I go to the pitching?
How the Yankees looking?
Freddie Freeman going to the fucking Dodgers. Disgusting.
You see, that
The
hurts.
Dodgers have taken you over, I feel
That
like.
hurts way more
have.
for you than it hurts for me because
have.
I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, still got Rizzo. Got Josh Donaldson now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think I personally like the
Lineup's
trade. We played Gio. I watched a glimpse, and I know it's just spring training, but I watched Gio Urshela play third base, made like a horrible error, and then struck out so bad. So maybe it's for the best.
I mean, at least like Gary became an automatic out, like or a home run. So like at least there's like some contact there. Whoever the fuck plays catcher.
That's what I'm saying. No, I was talking with Shukri last week, also a Diamond Blades plug there. But yeah, he was just like, I don't really know this catcher either. I was like, all right, well, that's probably for the best. If you don't know the catcher, he's usually a sick catcher but can't hit.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
that's usually
fine.
how it goes.
That's okay.
And we got Higgy Smalls back there too.
Iggy Smalls. There you go.
So it should be good.
Pitching though for the Red Sox, Chris Sale is out with a rib injury. People are up in arms with that, but I think not so fast. I compare his injury bug with like Rob Gronkowski's. It's like, all right, you know what? It's probably a blessing in disguise. He doesn't play the first 2 months because we might need him for postseason play. He's not going to go a full season anyways, so you might as well push it back.
He's a notorious fall off guy.
Exactly,
too.
and I think if you just give him less reps, he's gonna equal his opportunity even more. Nathan Eovaldi, I think, is the unsung ace of this team, whether Chris Sale's healthy or not.
Coward.
And then I think Tanner Hawk is gonna go off and be the most improved player on the team by far. I think he's going to be their third starter. Could even be the second best starter by the end of the year. He has amazing stuff. His slider is so
slider's
filthy.
disgusting. It is.
He's a guy to look out for this year. And if you're really worried about Red Sox pitching, I think they're going to be a lot better than they were last season.
Chris Sale was also talk about it all the time on here, but just one of the great examples of how whack baseball injuries are.
Yeah,
That guy threw a batting practice slider and broke a rib.
yeah, that's awful.
Are you fucking kidding me?
rounding it out, you have, I think, in the rotation, it will be Nick Pivetta, who was solid last year. Got hit around at times, but that's a solid number 4. And then my favorite guy, probably on the team this year, Rich Hill, throwing 85-mile-an-hour fastballs, age 43, saying Brady's doing this, Brady's doing that. No, it's Milton Mass native Rich Hill throwing slurves,
He'll be on this
He's
show,
throwing junk, hopefully.
We're getting
I tried finding the social. He's not even on social media, which just tells you how old this
We're gonna
guy is.
drag him in.
Yeah, so yeah.
A 5-starter, though, bet on every team in this whole effing league. Looking forward to just whether he's the 5th starter or just becomes this long reliever where if they getting killed or the game's already over in the 3rd inning. I'm all for this guy being on the team this year.
Yeah, I mean that's got to happen
great
eventually.
stuff.
Eventually, your 4 and 5 starters just become fucking whoever the hell comes up.
Sweeps rounding out on baseball. Sweeps. Carlos Correa's sweepstakes ended to the Twins. That's kind of I don't even know what to think of that move. He just went to a team that I don't think is going to be a big contender this year.
And that happened at 2 a.m. too.
That's sick.
It just everyone I think even the MLB guys woke up and were like, wait, what the?
Wouldn't you want to do that though? If
you were a cheating scumbag?
No, if you were make the guy, if you were due for a payday contract, just one of us. Wouldn't you want to just fuck everyone up and just 3 a.m, dude, let's sign with the Sox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Everyone
it's
wakes up to either good and horrible news.
it's
gonna be
crazy.
great.
It's something he
fucked
can
up
opt out. He can opt out next year or this year even or something like that. It's something crazy. It was a very weird contract. I forget the exacts of it.
Are they playing a full 162?
Yep.
Okay. They're not even behind schedule?
I think they missed the
spring
series
training
at 2, but they'll make it. They'll make it back.
Yeah, I think they missed several days of fucking
Yeah.
and
A week, even if that. I don't even think.
yeah, they can do it.
Yeah. Steele, Magic, any final takes on baseball before I ask the question of the night?
Nah, not
Percentage
really.
I granted.
I'm riding. I'm saying it early. I'm riding the Rays all year. Really committed.
What else is
I'm really
new?
going to commit to Tampa this
Yeah.
year fully.
We should ride on time while you're at it.
Yeah, I mean the Blue Jays too, man. They're stacked.
Yeah, Blue Jays stacked. That's a hell of a lineup. Oh my god.
You didn't sell me too much on the Sox team. They sound this. I mean, can they make a miracle run again like last year?
Last year was a
Maybe?
miracle run.
I don't know if they got that
That's
in
the
them one more
problem.
time.
That last year was a miracle run.
I'd like a little more moves.
And now, the expectation, their expectation last year was to win 80
it was 0.
games.
Yeah, we
Now
didn't
you have
care
some
much about them.
expectation, and I'm talking about the pitching. This year is going to be better than last year. That could just go for
Yeah, it would be a shame if it wasn't. It would be such a shame if it wasn't.
Yeah,
I'd be
that take
pissed.
could come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
Let's revisit that take.
That's the whole thing with like the difference between baseball and everything else. It's just like rhythm, dude. If you're just like playing well, the chemistry's there. Even like what the Celtics are doing right now. If the chemistry's there, you're gonna keep rolling. But there's way more aspects in the game of baseball, dude. You could have a bad defensive team. You could have a team who doesn't hit anything, or you can just have a pitching staff who gets absolutely shelled.
Yeah.
So like,
which
there's
is
a lot of
yeah.
things that could happen. Like you could have a. Actually, that's the one good thing I feel good about at the Red Sox too. Having a good manager, making the right moves. I'm a big fan of Alex Cora. I think he's the best, second best coach in Boston right now. I think that's without question.
Yeah, I've like forgotten what a good manager's like.
Who's even yours now?
I don't even the extension for Aaron Boone.
Cousin Aaron. Yeah. Hey,
They
Aaron.
re-signed. They gave the worst manager in
you
the
guys
fucking
must miss
league.
Joe
an
Torre
extension.
so much.
Yeah, that was Joe Girardi at least had a good.
I
run.
like Joe Girardi. He
was
had some
good.
balls.
Yeah.
That's a good
Aaron
coach.
Boone-
And he
a
wasn't a
punk.
giant fucking loser.
I know. You guys should fire him like within a month if you guys suck.
They gave
this
him a
year.
fucking extension.
I know.
Are you kidding me? That might have been the worst move I've ever seen in any sport.
They should have
Ever.
let CC Ben be the coach. That'd be sick.
I'd guarantee the World Series if CC became the manager. I'd guarantee it.
Because he wouldn't take no bullshit. He'd be like, all right, dude, get the fuck out.
He'd get ejected once a week.
Easy.
Once a week.
So my question here: who is and I've heard it on talk radio. I've heard it just around the airwaves all week. Who is the most important player in Boston sports right now?
I've been seeing that
Right
going
now.
around. You pick Swayman. I know I saw.
Yeah, but so I picked Swayman. I'll tell you why after I get your answers. The easy answer is Jason Tatum, and I think there's no denying that he's the best player in Boston right now on any team. I think there's no denying that at all.
I think important. I might honestly go Marcus Smart because I think the Celtics, like, is Tatum what he's
Good
doing?
one.
Like
That's good.
I think the Celtics players would be like the most important player on our team is him.
Yeah, culture.
Yeah, like
Culture.
I think they would say him and what they're doing. I mean, it has to be. I don't know.
I want to pick a weird pick, but Swayman probably would have been it. You took my ringer, and he is a good ringer pick. You brought up a good point. I gotta go. Fucking.
I'll go first. So I
keep thinking.
The Swayman pick is very interesting. So you compare it all, and I just like, okay, how is he more important than Jason Tatum? You take Jason Tatum off the Celtics team, yeah, they're not going to go anywhere. And if you're talking about title contention, then maybe he's probably the more important guy because they're still making the playoffs without Jason Tatum. I feel confident in that.
Yeah.
If you take away the only goaltender I feel confident in a team that is playing a very tough Eastern Conference in the NHL there, in Jeremy Swayman, who has been electric, probably one of the best goalies in the Eastern Conference the last 2 months since Tuuk has left. You take him away, and who knows what this team is, especially in postseason play. You don't want to go into a series against the Lightning, Panthers, Hurricanes, you name it, and have Linus Ullmark as your goaltender.
yeah.
I think that makes no sense.
No, from day one.
Yeah.
From day one, it was either Swayman like took over or like it was going to be kind of a bust like playoff. Because like if we were going into the playoffs with Ullmark, I mean that's just like that's a Freddie Anderson fucking like we're not going to get anywhere. He was doing great this year, so I shouldn't say him. I'm talking about his Maple Leafs days.
Oh,
He's doing
Anderson?
He's doing unreal for
Anderson.
the Hurricanes. Like he's like probably gonna like be second or third in Vezina voting.
Now Jaroslav is on a different team. Now, what team is he on? Halak?
Loch Ness Monster. I'm not sure.
No. Who is your pick, Maggie? You don't got a pick?
I'll go Tatum.
Tatum? Yep.
I wish I could pick like Raphael, fucking Rich Hill.
Rachel.
Well, I can't defend
He's
that
pretty
pick.
important, man.
Just say Bergeron out of respect.
I'll go Tatum because I want them to. I really hope they pull off a full fucking from wanting to blow the team up to like somehow winning a ship. It would be unreal, and it would put me to bed for saying Tatum's not like the elite guy that I've shit on him for a long time.
Is there anything in the Mac Jones that brings this conversation?
No. The Pats are dead.
Brad Marchand could be in there. You could definitely go.
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
With his new cereal.
But
Yeah.
that cereal looks great.
And shout out.
What is it
to,
called? March Munch?
March Munch.
Terrible name, I think.
Awful name.
My
Terrible
my
name.
dad
But
said the guys were rolling at work about it. They said it's good stuff that's getting on the shelves at Shaw's and Star Market. Big
What's
show up there.
that? Isn't that like a big thing? Everyone's dropping cereals. Someone else did it? Or
That's
am I
been
wrong?
going on for years.
Or the
but,
pasta drop pasta.
yeah,
Never mind.
I have
everyone's got a
not
different
bought
food
that
thing.
yet. That's like in Stop and Shop, and I've
Yeah.
been meaning to buy
What
that.
could be
for,
so
like, a
special
year.
about that pasta?
everything. It's got a bunch of Genos in there.
Yeah, you see what they? Yeah, come on, man.
Moving on. So it's been a hell of a NCAA tourney so far. Bunch of upsets. In particular, I will just point out from the first weekend, the St. Peter over Kentucky was incredible.
I was talking with Justin earlier. Like, dude, if I saw that they were the St. Peter's Peacocks, I might have picked them.
Really?
I might have done. I swear on my life, like as a like that name wins you
Over
a first
Kentucky, you
round.
would have picked them.
Over Kentucky's a choke artist school. I didn't
Fair.
have Kentucky going that far.
Fair.
I read an article, I think on Barstool or something, about like how the improbable of the St. Peter team. So they play it like a YMCA.
That's what I'm saying. When you learn those things, you win round one of March Madness.
And they've
How
like
it goes.
they've had to cancel games because the court has been flooded, and then it gets flooded because their showers are right above the court, so it comes down. So like they're ruining themselves by doing it.
I would have made them a fucking mortal lock if I knew this shit.
Yeah, honestly.
This wins you a game.
That's how
in
you
March
play through
Madness.
adversity.
Yeah, this is how you get through March Madness.
They're like, this is fucking. We're living the dream.
And like Justin had said earlier, they asked the coach. They were like, are you worried going up against the big boys from Kentucky? He was like, every player on my team's from New York and New Jersey. They ain't scared of shit.
What a factor.
And they said They said the
From a
first.
Catholic coach, nonetheless.
He was like on a Seton Hall team, the head coach on a 15-seed team, and got to the Sweet 16.
That coach,
something like that.
He also runs. I'm pretty sure he runs the team's official Twitter account. And Jay Bilas put out like his like Sweet 16 like rankings, and like obviously St. Peter's was like 16th in the rankings, and he just quote tweeted it with the team's Twitter and just said "coward."
You also got your.
I got them over Purdue. Does anyone else have them over Purdue?
I'm kind of in. I think I'm in.
You have your Miami U team.
yeah, on to the Elite Eight. Iowa State. Fuck them.
Yeah, no, and that's the best part about the U thing. You got the shit
He actually is going to win that game.
There's always
probably.
a matchup in the Sweet 16 that's just like a
Nonsense,
shit matchup.
yeah, nonsense.
That's it. You got it.
And I knew I had that in my bracket because like Auburn basketball, no way will I believe in them for like 5 more years.
Yeah, who was that team they lost to in their tournament that we watched? Or I was here for? Fuck. It was an upset. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I have no idea. To be honest.
Auburn? I can't remember who the
Might have been
fuck it was.
Tennessee.
No.
I'm not.
But
sure.
shout out to Tennessee for losing to Michigan. That's who I'm riding here. I'm going to keep riding the Michigan
I
wave.
still got Arizona on the way to win.
I still got a future to win $2,000 for Kansas. So I'm right. I had Kansas outright and I had Tennessee outright. Tennessee fucked me, but we're on to Kansas.
Yeah,
we're on a big run.
So
Also-
you don't like my guys then?
Who are they playing?
The Michigans who kicked Tennessee out.
Oh, I think that was a good upset. I'll take it. I'm not going to grow a grudge for a team losing money.
What are some other good big games here? That Miami one's good.
So,
Purdue's going to be a good one.
Texas
I
Tech
think
Texas
they could
Tech
lose.
and Duke. Texas Tech is going to Coach Krzyzewski. This is recording on a Thursday. This comes out Friday or Saturday. This is going to be Coach K's last game. He's done. He's dead. Put him in there.
Pat Foley would have something to say against that
Yep.
when we do our locks.
Laying the law.
When we lay down the law.
Laying down the law.
Yeah. No, I mean Texas Tech. OC. They are like the best. Like
So who do you think?
defensive
Who do you got winning?
Arizona
Arizona.
still going.
Who was your? Oh yeah, Magic didn't even enter a team.
I didn't enter a
Damn
bracket, but I'm riding Michigan.
Right, Michigan. I got Kansas.
Why not you?
Kansas. Rocking with Kansas still.
Did you like my laying down the law pick of Wright State over Arizona?
I
That was
loved it.
incredible.
I loved
That
it.
was incredible.
Great stuff.
That's how you just feed the charities out there. you know?
Oh, for sure.
Giving back to the people.
But it would have been
Magic
great
Mike.
if that hit.
Oh, for sure. We're going to lead it now on to our big guy, Craig Kelly, does a hell of a job at Slight Edge Fitness and Performance. It's getting around to beach season, guys, so you might want to get there before it's too late. I'm talking to myself included.
All of us.
Yeah.
2022 is here. Do you have your resolution? Here's an idea. Make your way down to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance located in Braintree, Mass. Owned and operated by Coach Craig Kelly, you can be assured you are getting the best training around. Whether looking to improve your health or gain a slight edge on your competition, this is the gym for you. Group fitness classes as well as personalized one-on-one training are both available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com as well as follow them on Instagram at Slight Edge Fitness and set up a consultation today. It's time to get fit, so let it rip.
And we're back. We're getting to football talk, but before that, let me do some introductions. It's great to see the guys blast from the past, Jimmy Askins, Shlomo Bowe in the building tonight and Hedge Better. Hey, it's phenomenal to see you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely, gentlemen.
Mass Music Radio's in the headquarters.
Exactly.
Yes.
What kind of introductions is that? Can I have a little more spunk, please?
Time introducing.
Give me some
to
Bruce
my right.
Buffer.
It's Jimmy Askins. Go grab your girl some napkins.
Whoa.
The sensation of perspiration. You know what it is. I'm spitting on this mic. It's going down. I'm so glad to be back on the show, guys. Steele Nazz in studio. Hedge Better. Wow. Look at this fucking place, guys.
What'd you have for
Great
dinner?
stuff. Great stuff.
Adderall and a smoothie.
Nice. Let's go.
Dinner of champions.
Champions.
Nice PB cup from Revive & Co. Shout out.
Oh, here we
plug
go.
right there. Yeah.
Love that. Love that. Slide it in.
Now, before we get into football talk, I want to kind of know what you guys have been doing, in terms of Mass Music Radio and, having fun. Shlomo Bowe helped us with the live event last month.
Super fun.
Yeah,
We
that
missed
that was a good
seeing
time.
you there.
Missed seeing you there.
Yeah, well, my grandfather died,
So-
and then today my other grandfather died. So R.I.P.
sorry,
to
man.
both. It's,
R.I.P.
it's very,
Very
it's
sorry,
okay.
yeah.
I don't mean to bring the vibe down, but both live long lives, and I'm doing much better. Thank you, appreciate it, bro.
Good.
But yeah, I let Shlomo talk his shit because it's his company, and he's been doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, man. Life is good. Busy. We got some new podcasts we're working on. I've been doing a lot more film work, as you guys know. We worked together a few weeks ago at the bar. And I've just been working on a few different video projects. The main one is for business sake, just highlighting local businesses.
Very cool.
And we did 3 episodes last year. We're going to be doing a few more this summer. And just keeping it rolling, Just for me, I'm trying to challenge myself to learn new skills, just be more of an asset to, whatever team I'm on. So it's a challenge to do video work, and then I'm also learning lighting, like stage lighting. As you know, we're bringing back our DJ sets. We have guest DJs come on the station. So, yeah, we're just
Shout out
everything's
DJ
rolling.
Bowe.
Yeah, I was about to say the boys are back. DJ, baby. Let's go.
Shout out Mazel Tov Media. That's a great name.
Oh,
Great name.
yeah.
Great name.
Great logo you made too for your own last name. I got it. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to make a cool logo out of my name or in some way. He killed it.
It
That's
was a collab
official.
effort. I sketched it out, and then I had to have, you guys know Andy.
Yep.
One of my favorite designers, I'm like, Andy, I need you to do this, tweaking it, and he was able to get it exactly how I wanted.
It looks dope.
Yeah.
And I see it's on merch, so maybe buy it if you like cool designs and you don't even know what it really says.
No,
unless
these
you
are
know. You don't
exclusive,
know
Mike.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
I take that
get
back.
Get the
I
plug
can't
out of
buy
here.
one?
Get the
Only
plug
for
out of
the
here.
fam, bro. So I gave one to my mom, my nana, my sister, and my brothers.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Love that.
So unless you marry my sister, my mom, or my nana, you might not get one.
Careful what you wish for.
I spend a lot. As someone who spends a lot of time with your nana, I'm interested. I'm throwing my hat. in the ring.
kind of want that sweatshirt.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I gotta ask about the I'm trying to remember the name of the business.
For business sake.
For business sake.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
ask because you guys were just in Martha's. Was it Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah.
So tell me about that experience. And it looked like you guys had a great time. You guys hyped up a hotel there, and
Yep.
just tell me the behind the scenes too, because you guys had to have some
So
fun.
we highlighted the Dockside Inn. It's like a boutique hotel down in the Vineyard, and the host Jake Liberty, he worked there. He graduated UMass spring of 2017. Went down there for the summer, was tearing it up, was tour guiding people around the island. And he came to me, we finished episode 1, Pearl and Lime, and we wanted to start production for the second one. He said, Shlomo, my old boss is an absolute gem. Like, we need to go interview this guy, Johnny Showtime.
Another Showtime.
I said,
Showtime,
Johnny
Craig, where you
Showtime.
at?
The real Showtime. No show tonight, huh?
Oh, yeah. And if you know Jake, coming from him, I was like, I need to meet this guy.
Yeah.
And so we went down there on a Thursday. We brought Jimmy, we brought Antonio with us to help with production. And on Thursday, he let us borrow his Jeep. We drove all over the island. I brought the drone. We were filming just, the sights and sounds. And then Friday, we interviewed Johnny. We basically filmed all over the hotel. And then Saturday, we just got some remaining shots and we came back home. But it was a challenge, to be honest. Like, obviously, the first episode we recorded in Quincy. So if I needed extra shots, I could just go back to the restaurant. True. This is on the Vineyard, and we knew we were not
island.
coming back. So, I had to make sure I got every single shot that I needed, and it turned out perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one's out yet? I haven't checked that
just
one
came
out. I
out,
watched
yeah.
the
I saw
Pearl
it.
and
It
Lime
was
one.
awesome. It was
I also
good
was
stuff.
at Pearl and Lime last night, so shout out to them. Best fucking food
That
and
wa-
margaritas.
That was my Martha's Vineyard virginity, and I was more focused on having a good time, as you probably could tell. That's what I'm about.
Saw the hot tub. Hot tub.
Oh
you guys were
yes.
rocking.
Oh yes. Oh,
You should have gone to save the Cape Cod Sands Inn. God knows they needed it more.
if that hot tub could talk, let me tell you. I also had my heart broken over there too. Unfortunately, yeah.
In half a day.
Shame.
Met a girl, large breasts.
Oh,
She's very
nice.
nice, got very promiscuous, and then the next day I'm deleted on Snapchat
Oh.
for no good reason. We had a good
Boo.
night. Yeah, maybe because we made out in front of her entire family. That's always
Yeah,
kind
her
of
brother and all
Yeah.
of her buddies were
Yeah,
not happy.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get
Really
chunked.
channeling your inner magic there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought of you the whole time. Yeah.
Oh boy, that's great stuff though. That's great to hear.
For business sake though, I'm really excited for season 2 too. I mean and more shows ideas too. So
Oh yeah, I
Would
believe
love to
the
make a
first-
cameo.
Mike, you want to be on the show?
I'm gonna be the first. I'm asking.
Yes.
I'd love
He's
I'd
asking for
love to make
trouble.
a cameo.
Oh yeah, I think the next one we're gonna do is going to be on the dog walking company.
Nice.
Which should be
There
a
we go.
lot
Oh,
of
yeah?
fun to film.
That'd be-
I used to work there, so I know what it's like a day in the life, and
You
it's
get the
just it's so
dogs?
much fun. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How's it going?
That's great. We'll lead on into the sports talk we were going to go into, and we had to leave the football verse here for Mr. Jimmy Askins.
Oh hell yeah! What an off season.
Wild.
What an off
Absolutely insane.
So what do you think's the biggest move in the offseason so far?
Well, that's a very tough one. I mean, let me just say, I called it. Brady's back. I mean, what do you guys think? Was it really? Did anyone? I didn't know what your guys' takes on it.
I thought he was done.
you
truthfully.
truly thought he was done. What about you
really
guys?
did.
Not
Yeah.
a chance.
No.
So I think he left, realized that he can do the family thing a little bit. He tried to fight his way to Miami with Sean Payton. I heard all that jazz, and then Flores threw a wrench into that. So long story short, goes back to Tampa because he still wants to play football. So it's good to see Tom Brady back. I'm back rooting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as my second favorite team. And the Tampa rolls.
He quit earlier than I thought he would. Came back earlier, but I knew there was no way he went all summer being I just love sitting here with my family.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't want to play football.
Shout out to
anymore.
marriage.
No way.
Shout out to marriage
No
and
way.
kids. Really, you guys are making it sound great.
Marriage, Mike, possibly
No,
you.
not me. Never me.
Tom didn't want that. It's Tom Brady. He wants football.
I called it on my show, Askins for Trouble. But for the most surprising move on the offseason, I think you have to go maybe, the Browns wanted an adult at quarterback, so why not go with the biggest sexual deviant possible in the world, Deshaun Watson?
Cleveland's finest.
That was pretty surprising. That was the largest contract in NFL history, right?
Guaranteed money. Everything's guaranteed.
Damn.
I thought too, because you thought it was either supposed to be Atlanta or New Orleans, and all of a sudden just out of the chute, oh yeah, I'm going to Cleveland now. I didn't understand that at all.
Because it's
Still don't.
all about the money.
Oh, that too. It's a good situation though.
You
got your boy Amari Cooper.
Oh, I mean, we gave Cooper away for a bag of chips, so I was not exactly happy about
What
that.
kind of
but
chips though? What kind of chips you like?
Plain Lay's chips with no flavor, man.
no
very-
drink either, just the chips.
I mean, both our teams kind of been just sitting on their thumbs doing nothing this offseason.
Yeah, at least
right?
you're in a conference where there's only one or two
yeah,
teams.
none of your teams are doing anything.
We're the
so,
12th best team on paper in our own conference.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, especially with the Miami Dolphins, the move they made the other day. Who saw that coming? Tyreek Hill, and I actually think it's a good move for the Chiefs. To be honest,
I think it's a great move.
Yeah,
for
they
the
picked
Chiefs.
up Vontez Scanlon too, so they got receivers galore.
Yeah,
They're gonna be fine.
let's not give a guy $30 million a year who has off the field issues and is just an asshat.
could be gone on a whim. Tyreek Hill, it's
Great player, and not to mention they have no quarterback to throw to him either. And that's the thing that's going to happen with the Dolphins too. They have Jalen Waddle, who's a tremendous receiver, and now they got Tyreek Hill. And when they realize how bad Tua sucks, it's going to be complaint, it's going to be turmoil. Before you know it, he's going to get bought out of his contract and probably go back to the Chiefs.
Two is on note. He's in
Oh yeah,
trouble.
I mean, how many of those like when Tyreek Hill's wide open on a deep ball and gets missed? It's not going to take many for him
He's
to
got
be
the
like,
same
fuck
arm.
this.
Okay, I love him, but he's got the same arm as Tebow.
Hey,
Like, it's not good.
could be Teddy Swagwater time.
I would love that. I live for that.
But what about that little nerdy fucking head coach they have, who's supposed to be
Yeah.
a genius? Where did he come from?
I have no take on him until I actually see him either good
Yeah,
or
I
bad
don't
at
know,
coaching.
yeah.
I'd be terrified if I was you guys of that. I mean, what the hell?
The Bills got Von
Terrified of
Miller, dude.
Miami? I am. Well, I'm not a Patriots fan, but you got
You talking to? Oh, were you Tampa
Bucks
Tom?
guy. Bucks guy. Yeah.
I was with Tampa before Tom. When Tom left, I stuck with him. I was riding that fucking pirate
3
ship to
months.
the. Well, it was still tough.
Magic was there in the 80s with the creamsicles. weren't
Yeah,
you?
exactly. Yeah.
I was riding that pirate ship down in the bottom of the depths. But he's back.
Brad
I have
Johnson.
I have like all of the AFC teams up. I'm gonna go through and be like, okay, that team's better on paper, or that team's not better on paper than the Patriots. The Titans better on paper?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. Kansas City's better on paper.
Yes.
Bills better on paper. Bengals, Raiders too.
Devontae Adams, man, that's a
Oh.
huge fucking get.
Chandler Jones. That team, they think,
Raiders got Devontae?
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
hell of a trade. Oh, breaking news. And
Fucking Josh McDaniels.
That's big.
But no, that's another division. Talking about here of they think that team's gonna finish last. Like that division's a wagon.
That's AFC West, right?
Yeah, that's a
every
chunk.
team makes the playoffs, especially with Russell Wilson and the Broncos.
Which now you're telling us, unless we somehow can overpass the Bills, that the Patriots aren't making the playoffs.
Oh,
That's your prediction.
I would almost probably put a gallon of milk on that possibly.
Uh-oh.
Dare I
Good
say.
God.
The originator.
It's not even April.
The man who started the milk. Gallon milk
How did
challenge.
you? What was that like? What was that bet that you lost that you had to do the milk?
So overall, my whole history against the milk, I'm 1-1, and the game I lost, the first ever milk challenge, was the Raiders and the Saints on Monday Night Football, where whole 2% gallon of milk on my head, and that started off a great tradition for the Steele Nazz podcast.
It did.
I said Matt leads the league. I lost the Bills Mafia, and I was perfectly okay with it because if I
Yeah, because you didn't pour it on your head, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
you
come
did
on,
because you did it wrong.
I did it. I have
guy
too big
does a
of
milk
head.
challenge and
I have
pours
too-
it behind his head, a
No,
little bit
no.
dribbling.
I
He's
was-
like, wasn't
oh,
that
it was-
bad?
It was in the
Video
middle of the
evidence
head. I got a
There's
big head.
Video
all right?
evidence of it.
Anton's
God.
literally dying. Got a little kid running away with the towel. He can't even see. He's tripping
Yeah,
over.
Anton was in a
video.
blizzard.
Some eggnog on there too, man.
Yeah,
That
I
was,
got-
that was
yeah.
something else.
We'll get some Cowboys talk in. So, what do you think about your team right now? You got CD Lamb, you got the double running backs still in play. You got Dak Prescott, and you have a horrible coach in Mike McCarthy.
I'm just sitting here waiting for Jerry Jones to die. To be honest, I mean, it sucks to say we're not gonna win nothing until Jerry is up in the rafters, and it sucks to say. We have a very nice stadium. That's great.
That's cool.
Randy Gregory punked us like a little bitch. and
That was sick.
it was not sick, dude. You don't.
No, that was sick.
That just reflects his character, and you know what? He's a bad character guy anyway. He's probably gonna get high and miss 8 games or something.
Respect. He sounds like an unreal fucking guy.
It sounds awesome.
Not the kind of guy you want on your team, though.
No, definitely not. Yeah, it sucks, man, because we traded Cooper for honestly because of the Zeke contract, and we're stuck with Zeke Elliott, who has a very expensive contract, and he's not even the best running back.
You got
on the team.
Van Der Esch back. Van Der Esch is a hell of a linebacker.
Oh, did we? I thought he was going to the Pats.
No, I thought he was
I
going to the
saw
Pats
that
too.
too, and I would have loved
He
that.
just seems like a Patriot, you know.
I feel like the Cowboys and Patriots are in similar positions because they made all the moves last year, and now they're kind of waiting for something eventually to. I'm sure they've lost on a couple like free agent signings, and there's still guys more at the play. But the Patriots, they're looking at the draft. I think they did their bread and butter. I see that on the wall right there. Last offseason. So this offseason, I think, is going to be more building through the draft. And, that name Jarvis Landry, who everyone was targeting in Kansas City, and Kansas City gets Scanling, whatever the hell is his full name.
MVS.
Yeah, so he's out there in play. I think Jarvis Landry would be a great fit in New England.
I would love Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Well, back on the Cowboys, like you guys mentioned, the conference is pretty weak. The division especially is super weak. I think the Eagles could possibly make a leap in that division as well. Jalen Hurts, I think, is pretty underrated, even Philly kind of seems not to be completely sold on them. But yeah, we can win the division, and once you're in the playoffs, you're there. But you got to improve that offensive line, and yeah, man.
I would have to. I'm going to
What's it-
intercept here. Washington, Carson Wentz
No.
coming at
No,
you.
no, no.
Oh my
The
god,
Commanders.
It's either Cowboys or Eagles.
the
Commanders,
fucking, the
baby.
Commanders. Oh, it's so cringe, man.
Carson Wentz has gone to die. His name will be irrelevant.
picture?
Yeah,
very
he's
soon.
going to get
The
beat
picture-
out by
the picture of
Heineke.
him in the jacket?
Stud.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most cringe picture.
I
I've
haven't-
that was
what
tough.
was he? What kind of jackets he wearing?
Looked like he was like a 2-9 quarterback on Quincy High School.
That was tough. Yeah, that was
Yeah, and that's the guy you're rooting for.
It's my softball.
I'd much rather have Curran Jorgensen than Carson Wentz. The Commanders, man, what a terrible team name. They really missed the ball. They could have been like the Mean Machines, and then they could have traded for Deshaun Watson and Tyreek Hill, and maybe get Ray Lewis out of retirement and have a real like all prison team. know, that could,
I like that.
that could have been a
That wins
a
you
route they
games,
won.
I
the
think.
Washington
People wouldn't like it.
conspiracy theorists, maybe.
It's pretty
I
long.
don't
That's
know.
pretty long. Pretty
It's
long.
a lot.
It's as good. It's
I
as
think
bad as the
I think
Commanders.
generals like would have been easy. Sentinels would have been like better than commanders.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I like the
Washington
meme makers.
Wildcats.
Ooh,
It's kind of a college type.
very
of thing,
high
though.
school. Yeah, very generic.
Yeah.
I'm in more than commanders.
Wildebeest?
Yeah, no,
Wildebeest.
I mean,
Warthogs.
Warthogs.
I got names for days.
Yeah,
bro.
I think you just put that franchise to shame. Like just body
Should've
bag it real
called
quick.
me.
Yeah,
Washington Trumps.
that would have set the place on fire. That would have been awesome.
Washington, let's go, Brandon. Too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's a little too much.
Yeah, the Commanders.
Yeah, football talk though. I think the Patriots are probably screwed, not because of what they haven't done. It's because of what everyone else has done. And you have a team like the Browns who've gotten guys. Chargers have reloaded on defense. J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack. Miami's looked pretty well with this pickup here the last couple of days.
Bengals got an O-line.
And the Colts, I think Matt Ryan still has plenty more to play for. I think that's a team that's
Did that move happen yet?
Yeah, he's on-
Jesus,
Yeah.
I missed everything.
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
was
on
that?
the
Hell of a
Colts.
weekend. Hell of a
Hell was
weekend.
that?
It was a week. Even Mitchell Trubisky on the Steelers, do not count him out. He's a better option than what you had from
Who'd the Bears get?
Big Ben last year.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
The
Oh,
future.
they're using him. Okay.
But no, we're not like the NFC's like basically irrelevant because Tom Brady's just gonna. It's either Tom Brady or the Rams. Whoever.
or Rodgers, but yeah.
No, Rodgers has no one to throw to. He's done.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
I'm good with that.
Julio Jones. I mean, there's still guys out there.
To who?
Green Bay?
So Green Bay, if they get Julio Jones and Antonio Brown, I'm in.
Ooh.
I'd hate that.
I forgot about
I hope they go back to
Antonio
Tampa. I need
Yeah.
them on Tampa.
What
both
an
of
evil
them.
team that would be. That would be incredible, to be honest.
I
That'd be
want them
sick.
both on Tampa and Edelman coming out of retirement. Just a dream team. Really fucking shove it down Goodell's throat.
I really hope.
Brady's still got beef with them.
Yeah, if Edelman's knee ever came back to play, because everyone's like, oh no, he'd come back to New England. I'm like, no, I would hope he'd go to Tampa. I would
Hell
hope he'd go
yeah.
play with Brady.
And Naz, you say Rodgers no one to throw to. What about guest on the podcast, AJ Dillon?
Oh, I mean, that's out of the backfield. They have probably the best tandem of running backs in the league. AJ Dillon's my guy. But when it comes down to brass tacks, like,
Nice recovery.
I might start going working out with EJ Perry trying to get on that squad this year.
Wow, let's
I
ride.
keep your eyes out for EJ. EJ is going to be a
Great
Mac
guy.
Jones type guy
We
this
had him
year.
a couple of weeks ago. He balled out in the Senior Bowl, whatever it's
Likes
called.
his
and had a hell
trash.
of
He
a
likes to pick
combine.
up trash.
Yep, he went viral. For
You do
picking up
great
trash.
in Philly.
You can't teach the ability to pick up trash.
can't.
Trust me, as someone who's done it for work most of their life, you can't teach
Either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Either got it or you don't.
Let me tell you, Steele, come on now.
You can't teach dumpster diving either.
Oh, no, you can't. No.
Speaking
No.
of that, let's get into Batman.
Get into Batman. Well, we can't get into Batman, so I'm always seen it.
True, we
Let's
can't.
You
fly
can
to
ruin
Batman.
it. I don't plan on seeing it.
You're not
okay.
gonna say it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Joey's gonna shut the door because he can't hear it.
Cover
either.
your ears.
Yeah,
Cover
For the
your
record,
ears.
I just want everyone. Joey
Spoilers.
of Tale of the Tape, Joey Descending also said that the Batman Begins is better than the Dark Knight Rises. So roast him. You did say that.
Come on, man. Come on.
Better than the Dark Knight.
Oh, that was it.
That's my opinion. I hate the Dark Knight.
That's like a worst take.
Ludicrous, right? Have you ever heard anyone
What the
say
fuck
that?
You
was
said
that?
he hates the Dark
He hates-
Knight.
It's unbearable.
Wow.
He
you
thinks
said
the Dark Knight
unbearable.
is unbearable.
That's a hot take right
Movie
there.
with the Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, that might have been the worst take I've heard in
It's a
quite some
tough
time.
take.
Right out of the gate, Robert
edit that
Robert
out?
Pattinson, tremendous as Batman.
Stud.
Probably just
Great.
as good as Christian Bale, if not more. I think he's right up there with
Yeah.
him.
Let's debate. Let's start right there. Let's debate right from there.
Yeah, just
that's
a bit,
where it should
just
start.
a bit more emo, whereas like Christian Bale's obviously a fucking like stud instead of being like kind of a creepy Robert Pattinson.
You
guy.
need another.
They're
You
just
need
different.
another one for me to answer that question.
That's fair.
You need another one from me.
He did. I thought he brought everything. He
It
was good.
3-hour
He was good.
It's a 3-hour film. I'm usually not a fan of long movies. That was a great long movie.
We need to
Yeah,
normalize
cinema.
intermissions in the film.
I do like that. I do like
They
that.
have
existed
they
For
have
real.
them in plays. They have them in plays.
Yeah.
They have them 3 fucking hours. The attention span of a normal human being these days very very small.
And when you buy a
5-minute
large
intermission.
popcorn, you want to get a refill. And I don't even want to take a
No, it's the
pisser in these movies. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
especially in this movie with the Riddler always doing something. I couldn't miss him. I needed to know what was happening.
Yeah,
you can't take a piss in that movie.
He was taping shit. It comes out that electric scene in the beginning where he just kills
The Riddler
official-
stole the show. The
stole-
Riddler
Absolutely.
stole it.
Paul
The Riddler
Dano.
stole
Paul
the
Dano.
show.
Great actor. Paul Dano.
How about at the end? Oh,
The guy from I'd like to call him the guy from The Girl Next Door. That's how I know.
yeah, that's how I know him too.
I was like, who is this guy? He
with the
looks
rod,
familiar.
with the rod.
With the rod.
He's got the mask on, whatever it is, the sock over his head. Let's do this.
The Girl Next Door is an underrated movie.
Oh, one of the probably the
Cinema.
first ever cinemas I got a boner to. Like that's
Fact.
how great it
Oh
was.
wow.
Used to jerk off to that movie.
Used to.
Sometimes. It depends.
I thought the most underrated part of the film, probably my favorite part of the film, was at the end when they lock him up, and then all of a sudden you start hearing the Joker's laugh out of the next cell in the prison. And I think I read something, and it was still like, oh, I don't know if it has to be him.
It is
That
him.
has to be the
No,
next
it's
episode.
confirmed. It is.
That has to be the next movie.
was hoping
It's also an equally creepy actor. He's in like several other movies. He
You
was
like
in the
that guy? I
Eternals.
hate
He's a
that
weird
guy.
fucking guy.
I hate
Did
that
they
actor.
did they show the actor?
Yeah.
They didn't show him, but we know who he is.
Who
he
is
was
he?
in the
Kind of
credits.
showed his eyebrows a bit.
His name's fucking. I don't know his name. I forget.
He was
his
in
name.
he's a
He's
weird
in the
looking
Eternals.
guy.
It's like Brandon Cavo or something like that.
New Joker.
Justin Cavo. Or
Put it
something.
this way, I don't think he's going to hold a candle to Heath or Joaquin.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
I don't think anyone.
You?
Oh, yeah.
like, he
Joaquin
doesn't stand
Joaquin got real close when he climbed into that refrigerator. I felt
Yeah,
that pain.
I don't think anyone can ever top Heath Ledger, man. He
was close.
Incredible. It was
If,
close.
if Joaquin died, I think we'd be having a different.
Yeah,
it would be like one very close.
That scene with Robert De Niro at the end was like unbelievable.
Unreal.
As soon as
That
I
would be like
heard-
Jimmy coming on right here and blowing my brains out.
Very slow.
Just because he's feeling some type of way.
the podcast isn't over yet. So
Fair.
you find that funny, Magic?
No. Want to know what's funny? What were your thoughts on it?
Man, I really enjoyed the film. Took my new acquired girlfriend. I tricked some girl to be my girlfriend recently. So Jimmy is off the market. All
Wow.
the ladies watching and listening to the podcast, don't get your fucking hopes up. I'm locked up. But yeah, I was a little distracted, making out a little bit during the film. But let me just say,
During the Batman?
Yeah, right, during the Batman. Well, actually, I went to the Weymouth movie theater. Apparently, there's a movie theater in Weymouth. They're very old school, timey. Only two.
Yeah, I know what
rooms.
you're talking about there. Yeah, right in the center there where they have that stop sign and like you kind of, if you go, you might get hit by like 5 cars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where in the hell is this?
It's in the middle of, it's like,
I have no idea what
it's
you're
South
talking
Weymouth
about.
Square. I know exactly what you're talking about.
$5 to get in. Can't
Love
beat that.
Not
Didn't
bad.
check the bag, so we had a full entree of meal to.
What'd you bring?
Taco Bell.
Some cold
Full entree.
Chicken chalupa, crunch wrap.
Yeah,
Supreme.
Crunchwrap Supreme, the Wicks.
Yeah,
30 rack in there.
some cold cuts.
It's very suspicious when you're buying concession stands in a movie and you're only buying popcorn, no drinks. Like the guy looked at us like
You bought popcorn on top of the Taco
Yeah,
Bell?
no, yeah, we gotta have fucking popcorn.
That
in a movie.
sounds
What do
like
you think?
suicide for the
You're
toilet.
talking about a kid who had Adderall and like coffee tonight. Like
Very true.
He's gonna have one of those nights where it's just Taco Bell and everything else.
Oh yeah, life's about balance, my friend. Once I heard
Look at the man's shirt. Sorry, look at the man's
Back
shirt.
to neutral.
Back to neutral.
I'm very
Yeah.
familiar. Once I heard Something in the Way by Nirvana in this, I was like, this movie's fucking on. Zoe Kravitz, I know I just said I'm locked up, but I'm not locked up for her. I'll tell
Not
you that
one
right
bit.
now.
Not one bit.
Hall
Good
pass.
choice.
Hall pass. Let me tell you right now. She was
smoking.
phenomenal. I really enjoyed the I don't know his name, the movie, the police chief that worked with Batman.
Yep.
He was
good.
fucking phenomenal.
He's good in everything.
Jeffrey Wright, I think. Guy from Westworld.
Yeah.
Guy from Westworld.
He was really good.
And Hunger Games.
I thought the
Yes.
cool part of that too was like I think in the other movie like the relationship kind of builds and that one like they were already in there like swimwear. It was like all right, Batman, this is what's gonna happen and boom, boom, boom.
No,
boom,
they
boom.
threw the whole kitchen.
Yeah,
There was
just-
like
it
we
just-
had Catwoman, Batman, the Penguin, the Riddler, all the bad mobsters. Like they
And just, like, the
They
vibe
threw the
of it.
kitchen sink at the
Like,
wall.
it was so
And the
dark. It was
Joker
so
at the
red,
end.
and just like it was just every scene was just like creepy.
The punches he threw.
How about
Yeah.
the most
Like, very aggressive.
how about the most amazing thing out of it? I saw Colin Farrell was in the movie, and then he was the fat penguin, and he didn't.
I
look
bet you
a
didn't know
damn
that.
thing like him.
I bet you
not
didn't
look
know
like
that he
him.
was the Penguin.
Did not know that.
The guy
Wow.
who's sitting in the booth, the telephone booth, whatever it's called, phone booth.
Phone booth.
That
Daredevil.
fucking him.
He's in Daredevil as Bulls. What else is Colin Farrell in? He's great. He used to be my top SWAT. Fucking SWAT.
He's in a lot of great movies.
He's in-
Total Recall remake.
He's in some shitty movies too. He's in like some really good movies, and then he's like really bad.
That's how
but,
it
like,
goes,
it's cool.
man. That's
You know,
how it goes.
It's back to neutral.
Robert Pattinson was
Yeah,
in
not
freaking
everyone's Leonardo DiCaprio. You know
the
what
werewolf movie, whatever that was. Twilight.
That did well. I'm not a fan of that, but that did well.
What, Twilight? You're not a fan of Twilight?
That's just not me. That's
One
not
of the
something
best scenes in movie history is the baseball scene in Twilight, where all these fucking vampires are just swinging for the fences and have the most intense game of baseball ever. Highly suggestible.
That sounds like something.
You should grab.
We'll look into that.
Yeah,
Stay
sure. I'm
tuned.
telling
Stay
you,
tuned.
it's-
We'll have our Twilight review.
Let me ask you this for back to the Batman. Long ass movie, and then you're finally getting to the Gotham Square Garden scene. I felt super fucking triggered during that scene. I'm like, how realistic it was, and like how this kind of
I always sink a little more in my chair.
Yeah,
Like if I'm just make sure my head's not like the head next to me is a little higher. Very triggered.
what are you doing in that sscenario?
Sinking in the chair, hoping you play dead. I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the exit.
Go to the top rope.
Top rope. What do you mean?
I don't know. Hanging out there.
Lay the elbow down.
People's elbow, man.
Yeah.
Fuck around.
Oh yeah, and the Joker movie, the Joaquin Joker movie, I felt it too. All these movies are like kind of amping up like mass hysteria. Like, and Batman movies are notorious for killing over inside the theater.
Yeah, like a bunch of red layers was like, holy shit.
Yeah. It was sketchy. I was definitely
It was like,
triggered.
whoa.
No doubt about it.
Of mass shootings?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I felt safe in Braintree. I'm sure you felt safe in the Weymouth Theater that no one even knows exists, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
felt
stayed
triggered.
underground. Stayed underground.
That's just the thing I
You
didn't
never
think
know when's
about.
going to be your day.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't think about it at all.
But if someone told, like,
Good vibes,
if
good
someone
vibes.
brought up the topic while I was sitting down, I'm like, fuck, it's in my head. Like, that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in my head, but I was like, you know what? I'm okay going out to this. This movie's delivered. It's delivered.
I would not be okay dying in a movie theater. Just being real.
Yeah.
tough scene.
I hope you'd be in the middle of getting your hand jumped.
Whole cutting the popcorn, you know? That's how I want to go. All buttered up.
Yeah, at least let him have finished the crunch wrap, right?
Yeah, Taco Bell wrappers. Bury me with the Taco Bell wrappers. No question.
Congrats on the girlfriend, though.
Thank you,
Congrats
bro.
on the sex.
Thank you. Well, thank you again. Wow. If you ever want to join, let me know.
Oh, God.
I know how you roll.
Oh,
Wouldn't offer
God.
that to Mike.
You're making me all red. No.
I know how you roll, so, you know.
Yeah. That's old. I'm not like that
Want to
anymore.
hold the camera or anything?
Please. Oh, please.
Oh, please.
I would say that. That's it. Anything else before? I think it's going to be beautiful tomorrow, 60s. Anyone got something big for the weekend? It's good to get out there, right?
I'm
Played some
going
golf
down
the
to
other
New
day.
York City.
Ooh,
the
let's
Big
go.
Apple.
That DJ show?
No, I'm going to see Snow Allegra. It's an R&B singer.
Very
Don't
nice.
know it. Love the name though.
Yeah, it's super fire. I was there. I screwed up.
I remember you
bought
telling us about
tickets
this.
to Tom Misch, who's a super dope guitarist. He has a band. I bought the tickets in I think it was July, way long ago, pre-sale. And I thought the show was in May. And so when I saw the Snow Allegra concert in December, early January, I'm like, bet I'm going to be there in May. I'll go in March. Perfect. Buy the tickets. And I didn't realize that it's the weekend before or the weekend after. So I went there this past week, and now I'm going back again, back to back. And my mom is not happy about watching Scooby, but we'll see. We'll see.
Who would want to take care of that precious dog?
He's a menace, but
Shlomo in the Big Apple. Jimmy at Big Night Live seeing Pauly D tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah!
Good God,
Fist
let's
pump.
go.
Gonna black out, fist pump, gym tan laundry, the whole 10 yards.
You're a big club guy now, aren't
I'm a
you?
big club
I've
guy,
been
yeah.
seeing you in the club scene a little
You
bit
know
more
what?
these
You know,
days.
you
Always
gotta-
meant to be.
you
Always meant to
only
be.
got one, so you might as well celebrate a little bit. A little bit of the bubbly,
Pauly D's going to be great, I have a
Pauly
feeling.
D.
I will say
the
the last time he was here, he was wearing Nazz's favorite former Celtics jersey, which kind of was a bad move.
PP or KG?
Former Celtic, your favorite, Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie,
Yeah. He was rocking a Kyrie Irving
What an
jersey.
asshole.
Disgusting.
He's back in town. He's going to be playing all 7 games in the playoffs.
Yeah, we talked about a bit, but
Yeah, Naz is a
Blues
fan
are
now.
scared.
Naz is a
Naz
fan
is
now.
scared.
Wow.
What do you got? Do you got the Celtics going deep?
You know what? I seen Naz's tweet about the bookie having the Celtics minus 400. I think those are fair odds. I think those are good odds.
Cue the duck boats?
that was ridiculous.
On top of that, I will say this. I would like to put a gallon of whole milk
Oh, here's the
on
real.
Celtics making the finals.
Okay, so if they don't make it, all right, boom.
That's a great. I like
Welcome
that.
back.
That's how you
Welcome
come
back.
On, that's how you drop your dick on this show.
That's how I do it, baby. Dropping my milk dick right on the table.
I like it.
Before-
I hope it happens.
Before we wrap up, me and Magic got to see actually in different excrements, but we went to KFC Radio Live last Friday at the Wilbur.
time.
You guys went to that.
That was a great take. Not a big fan of Feidelberg. I still don't think he did that well.
I like it, Feidelberg.
KFC could hold a room. That guy is very talented.
You could also hold a mistress's tits.
Yeah, that
Hey!
too. That was an easy shot.
had to
But
do
it was more of a comedy.
Someone had to,
It was
yeah.
more of a
Come on.
comedy show. Like they were just kind of getting after it, like talking about random shit. They didn't even really get into sports too much. But yeah, overall great show at the old Wilbur. Drink selection was awful. They had like either Harpoon IPA or
$20.
Whatever's gets
your
sponsored.
Angry Orchard or red wine. So I went with the red wine, and I
wine?
was pretty damn drunk. I'm a keto guy right now.
I got myself a nice.
Loser.
Me and Craig, we've got 2 doubles, Captain and Cokes, $86. Four of them. Two doubles each, but that's ridiculous.
clarify,
4
but,
drinks,
like-
86.
That like you clarifying that didn't make it any better.
No, it
That's all.
didn't.
It's at least
That
$20
sucks.
a drink.
Yeah, that's still
but
terrible.
but it was good. It was good.
Solid.
I thought KFC. I've always been a big fan of them. I've seen them before do this show, but they've definitely more comedy now. Like before, they used to have Big Cat on when I saw it, so it's like been a
That's when
while.
I kind of stopped listening.
Now they do like a real. Their live show is solid. They
was
get the
very
crowd
solid.
in fucking play. Well, I thought
Well, I
the
mean,
crowd was in tune.
I just thought Feidelberg would come out of the woodwork after KFC went off about something, and then he would like talk about either like pussy or like cocaine, and like that's cool and all, but if that's the only thing you have to talk about, then like it's really not that great of content. And I thought,
That's all I got.
Kick
me off the show.
I never said anything about you, man. Don't take what I say to heart about someone completely.
you gotta
different.
that was incredible.
You got to switch with Nas. Wine is where it's at. I went to a winery last weekend. Wine.
Wow.
Wine tasting.
Jimmy
He's
Askins
changed
going
man.
on.
I don't know this guy anymore.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, what
wine,
the fuck happened to you, man?
Dude. Incredibly horny. The wine gets you going.
Do some oysters too.
Horrible hangovers. Oh, oysters, great.
That's true. That's true.
We'll wrap it up there.
Yeah, folks, want to thank you for tuning in. Jimmy and Shlomo always welcome every
Absolutely,
week whenever you
boys.
guys want to come.
Absolutely.
Hedge Better, Mass Music Radio, everyone for making this all possible. Big shout out to Slide Edge Fitness and Performance, Craig Kelly, you do what you do, and the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Gonna have another nice couple picks. We're getting close to the end of the month here, so the $10 are racking up towards what charity we doing this month? It's the Quincy
Baseball.
It's the Quincy Special Needs Baseball
Baseball, yes.
program.
Special needs baseball.
Good. Yeah. So each month, we're gonna be donating money to a different cause. So that's great.
Got my
The
first
James
10 bucks.
Askins Cancun Funk can always use a little bit of a little dough.
We'll put
One
that,
month,
We'll
one
put that
month.
one on the back
Couple
burner.
nickels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when's that? What's that? What we'll get a month in there.
Yeah.
July.
July. All right.
Birthday month.
Let's
There
go.
you go.
That's all from Steele Nazz. Be safe out, everyone there, and let's have a night.
Let's go.
Let her rip. Have the hat.
Let's go.